Chat, welcome back. We are going to be going live with the final match of the Championship League in Week 7 between Los Verdes of Austin FC and the Rebellion of New England Revolution. This is the only Mazar, and you might be wondering, wait, where does Shorts of Polar go? Well, they're going to be playing for the Rebellion very soon, so they've hopped out. They're getting themselves warmed up and ready to go. And I'm going to be commentating this final matchup for tonight. So, for those of you who are still around from the earlier matchup, thank you guys for hanging out here with us and sticking around for this final matchup. I don't know how else to describe it other than David versus Goliath. And no, there's no Palace in Los Verdes this time, but the analogy still stands. Because Los Verdes, they have been struggling all season. They have yet to get even a game win throughout the whole season, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even think they got a win in the cup. No, they did not, as of up to now. They are in the lower quarterfinal against EC Eternal, so they still have a chance to get a win. But throughout this whole season, throughout all of Season 10, they have yet to win a match. And if I'm not mistaken, they've yet to win a game. So think about this. Los Verdes has been swept in every single matchup that they have played this season. And now they get to face potentially top of the table Rebellion here. And in all honesty, it would be an absolute miracle if Los Verdes can even win one game tonight. I mean, just let's take a look at the league table real quick, just to refresh our memories. You know, Rebellion are in second place right now, but they have yet to play their sixth match, which is going to start in about 5 minutes. And because Steel Army is in a bye week, if the Rebellion win this, they will be at the top, ahead of Steel Army by 2 points. Los Verdes are at the opposite end of that table, at the bottom with 0 points. That means they've won 0 games. You only get, so here's the thing, you get 1 point for each game that you win. So even if you lose a match 3-1, you still get 1 point for winning one game. And to go all the way, if you win a whole match, you get 4 points in total. 1 for each game, which is 3 points, plus an extra point for winning the whole match. And it's really, I don't even know how they're going to do it, in all honesty. This is an incredibly one-sided matchup. I mean, this says it all, doesn't it? Everything going in the Rebellion's favor. They're scoring more than 4.5 goals per game, getting more than 10.5 shots per game. You know, 43 1/3 shot percentage, which means for every shot they take, they're likely to score 43% of the time. It's crazy. And oh man, Los Verdes conceding about 5 goals per game as well. I mean, they have a very difficult assignment here tonight, chat. And in all honesty, this is my 100% brutal honesty. I really hope they don't get swept, but I would not be surprised if it happens. Totally not surprised if that would happen. Anyways, let's check out Los Verdes. Let's see what their lineup looks like. So over here we see 4 names, but if you've been following Los Verdes in the cup as well, they did have another player appear for them. Her name is Nadia Latexana, and she did make an appearance in the cup, but she's yet to appear in the league. And recently she's not been making herself available for the league, so these are the only names you're seeing right here. Mace has been their top performer. He has been a standout, especially defensively. Trigger has been getting better and better, and I will not be surprised if he ends the season as Los Verdes' best performer. The other two haven't been able to play together as often. Richter has made a good few number of appearances, but has really struggled to settle into SGL this season. And Sky, who has been around for a couple of seasons already, has had a good impact the last couple of times he showed up, but he has not been able to appear as often either. I think if they field Mace, Trigger, and Sky, they probably have their strongest lineup out there, and they could potentially get one game if the Rebellion absolutely mess up and play their weakest possible lineup. As it stands, Mace is their best player all around, gets the most goals, is their biggest attacking threat, and defensively gets the most clutch saves. I mean, he is so good at going from back to front and front to back. He really does make sure that Los Verdes keep it close in their games. Now, I'm not just putting it all on him. We have to give credit to Trigger and Sky as well. Trigger has been around for, well, this is his second season, actually. And in his first season, when he was playing with Los Verdes, you know, with Palace and Devon, he would opt to be their third, and he looked really good. So this time, he's taking a leading role for the team. He is their captain. And, you know, he's had to adjust to playing with a brand new team altogether. I mean, Blue Skies, Sky is the only player who he's played with in the past. Every other player is brand new this season, and he's playing with them for the first time. Richter, he doesn't really play the games that much, and you know, he's come in to a baptism of fire, just really struggled to get going overall because he's just so far behind compared to the rest of the players in the SGL Championship. And there are a lot of like veterans there and a lot of good, you know, diamond level players there too. So for him, it's been a rough going, but you know, he's getting better and better. At the start, he really struggled, but over time, he's been getting better, more reliable, getting more consistent with his hits on the ball, and his rotations have been getting much better as well. And then there's Sky, who we have not seen enough of, but when he's on, he makes an impact. And if this team has to win at least one game, they need him on the field for sure. Moving on to the Rebellion. They have a team of four. Their main trio tends to be Shorts, Polar, and Triple C, but Pipe Shot Gogan has made a good few appearances as well, and I would not be surprised if he gets to play more often, especially tonight, because he has been getting better and better as the season has progressed. In particular, he has been very good at getting those final shots, you know, as the third player pushing up and cleaning up after the first to do all they can to, like, disorganize the opposition. He's been good at getting those kind of goals. He's also been capable of getting some goals out of nowhere, especially in past seasons, but this season around, he's become a more consistent goal scorer. So I won't be surprised if he gets a bunch of goals here tonight against Los Verdes. And then, of course, Shorts and Polar, a top-tier duo. You know, they would be most likely number one or number two in the MVP race. Not going to lie. I mean, these two have been spectacular throughout this whole season. And if they're playing, then Los Verdes better watch out because, yeah, they can destroy a team on their own, basically. That's how the championship's gone up to now. But chat, we are just about ready to go. Both teams are in, and we will be kicking off very soon. So I'd like to do predictions, not gonna lie, but no one has submitted their predictions in the past 3 matches, so you gotta let me know if you're interested in submitting a prediction, and if you are, then I will create one. And if I do forget, one of our mods is here to help me out if needed. So for those of you who were around for EC Eternal versus Axe and Rose, what are your thoughts on that match, eh? That was very close. I thought Axe and Rose were finally gonna get their win, but then once EC Eternal brought in Huskies to go with Deep Sea and Funk, that's when the momentum just completely shifted. And Adifo, huge shout outs to you as well. You were absolutely epic in that game 4. Like, that was legit your best performance I have seen this season. And you are a great example of how players can get better and better as they progress through an SGL season. Hey, it's all good, Adifo. Gotta recognize it, you know, because the improvements are there. You know, you're getting more consistent with your hits. You're starting to play at a faster pace. Your boost management's getting better. Your rotations are getting better. When you practice, when you play, you will get better at this game. And that's why this is my favorite game of all time, because of how real it is, of how sports-like it is. Like, you know, when you play any sport, if you keep playing that sport, you keep getting better, right? Like, take soccer, for example. If you just have a ball and you start kicking it around a whole lot, you know, you start doing some juggling, you start passing it around, bouncing the ball off the wall, you know, you will get better and better as you keep doing it. Yeah, exactly, Optimat. This is a true esport. By the definition of what an esport is, this is 100% an esport, and no other esport game matches up to this. Like, people call Valorant, Counter-Strike, to Dota and those kind of games esports, but Rocket League is the true esport. Really, it's a shame that the game is dealing with the struggles that it is nowadays, and I really hope Psyonix can get them sorted out, because they do have a good team out there. My personal opinion is they kind of get held back by Epic, but hopefully they can get past that. And both teams have now gone in, and we are kicking off Los Verdes versus the Rebellion in Manfield. Here we go. And what a start for the Rebellion already. Polar getting the goal 5 seconds after kickoff. No surprises right there, chat. 1-0 to the Rebellion. So speaking of Polar, he, Pipe Shot Gogan, and Shorts line up for the Rebellion, and for Los Verdes, it's Sky, Richter, and Trigger. Dipo says, I think that's why it's been able to stay around even with its struggles. Yeah, exactly. And that's why there's so many high-level players, too. Like, typically in any other esport game, you see a whole lot of lower-level players, you know, and a few of the mid-level, and even fewer high-level players. This is more like a proper bell curve, you know? Like, yeah, you have a bigger skew towards the lower level, but you still have a good number of high-level players. A lot of diamonds, a good number of champs, a decent number of grand champs as well. You don't see that kind of distribution with most other, you know, competitive esports-like games. So it's a shame that the game is struggling, because it has a player base that can keep it going for a lifetime. And Los Verdes is getting a decent attack going right there. Trigger trying to play it pass it to the middle. No one else really committing until Richter stepped up. Polar bounces off. Wide to Polar. Kind of got them confused because they both are sporting the same exact car and Shopify Rebellion skin. Richter could have had a shot right there. Trigger low to the near post, but it rolls up and away from the goal. We almost had an equalizer from the massive underdogs, but the Rebellion get away with it, and it's still 1-0 to the New England boys. Logan playing it to the middle with his red Fennec, but no one really takes charge, and Blue Skies tries to bring it up, but Sky really just can't get much more than that. Now Shorts into the middle. Loose ball. Gogan off of the backboard. Unfortunately, he got that off target. I thought he was going to get a second right there for the Rebellion. The ball is still in front of the blue net. Shorts trying to go for a double. Misses. Richter loose. And all over the place are Los Verdes, and Gogan capitalizes on that and gets the second for the Rebellion. Didefo in chat says other esports have toxic AF player bases too. Yes, yeah, I'd say they have more, but Rocket League now has a bunch of toxic players as well, compared to when it was first starting up, when there were not too many of them. I mean, there'd be players who would rage, but they would never be toxic. Now there's legit toxicity. It's even worse when you have, you know, people using bots to play for them and DDoSing servers when they lose. Like, it's just getting worse and worse. So I'm glad we have these kind of private leagues and private lobbies, because I think this will keep the game alive when it's at its worst state. I'm not saying right now it's at its worst state. I'd say it's at its worst state so far. It can get worse. For now, we have this decent game going on. Los Verdes keeping it respectful and cranking up the pressure as well. The Rebellion, I thought they would run away with it, but it's the fact that it's 2-0, you know, should be of credit to Los Verdes. Spall once again. Polar is going to try and take over, but Shorts does instead. Second touch off the corner, nowhere near the center, and Sky brings it up. He might get a shot right here, but Polar gets it out wide. Open net. Oh my goodness, what a miss. Trigger couldn't get it on target. Polar gets back on the ball, taps it into the open net from the midfield, and the Rebellion capitalize on a Los Verdes mistake to go up 3-0. Terribly unfortunate. I mean, I thought that was surely going to be the goal for Los Verdes, but once again, just couldn't capitalize on their chance. And the Rebellion, they're not even playing at their second gear. Like, they really have not been at their best. But they're still 3-0 up, and that's what matters. And I think we got the lobby disconnected. Perfect. Just what we like to see. Here we are talking about the game and its state, and this is what you get. Just waiting for this lobby to break before I do anything else. All right, there you go. Great game. Great game. You seeing the screen, it's because the overlay is thinking that the game's live. So yeah, we're doing it live right now. So this is how it works when you have match admin controls. So we do this. I'm just making sure no one's in. Okay, good. Awkward angle, but we'll make that work. All right, both teams are going in now. Once they're in, we will get started. Here we go. Uh-oh. There you go. We are back. 1 minute, 7 seconds left. Rebellion 3-0 up. Let's see if Los Verdes could step up. And oh no, what a start for the Rebellion. Los Verdes got caught off guard. If you're wondering why I said that, oh no, Los Verdes just caught off guard completely, not ready for this. And Polar comes in and gets the fourth for the Rebellion with about 1 minute remaining. Polar plays it to Trigger. Shorts plays it out wide. Trigger backs off. Open net right there. And Polar gets the save off of Trigger's shot. Neither the shot nor the save counting, I guess. But what matters is Trigger at least got that somewhat on target, even if he didn't have too much power there. And just like that, whenever the Rebellion have a save to make, they bring the ball up to the other end. Shorts is there to clean up the mess. And the Rebellion are now up 5-0 with 34 seconds to go. Ooh, a triple kickoff right there. Team Secret style. And the ball goes in to the orange half, but not for long because Shorts pops it up to the opposite end. Trigger plays it out to the corner right to Polar, who might be looking for a doomsday right here. Yes, he is indeed. And a good save right there, but not for too much longer because the ball gets redirected into the back of the net. Terribly unfortunate. I thought Trigger got to save. The ball just bounced off the post. Sky coming in, trying to clear it away, but he just touches it into the net. And the Rebellion are now up 6-0 with 15 seconds remaining. I mean, surely game one is done and dusted. We're just waiting for the clock to go to 0 so that we can finally move on to game two. Loose net yet again. Shorts going for another goal. Polar keeps it up. He and the team want a 7th. Shorts does not get the final touch. Runs out of boost before he can get to the ball. Not that it matters. Rebellion win game one, 6-0. And if you're wondering why the scoreboard looks like this, we had to reset the lobby, so don't mind the scoreboard right now. It's still impressive that Polar got 308 points, you know, in 67 seconds, but we did have a disconnect, which prevented us from seeing off this game. Game one. Gogan, did my team set this up so I would be on bottom? Maybe, but they didn't cause a disconnect. They needed Rocket League to go their way for that. Guy, I saw your message. Don't worry. That trend is gonna die. Right, we are going into game two. Just while waiting both teams to be filled up. And here they are. Same trio, by the way, no subs on either end. We're gonna kick off right now. Here we go, game two. Can Los Verdes finally get their first game win of the season? Or will Rebellion set themselves up for match point? Big booming clearance away from Sky, but Shorts now pops it up yet again to the opposite end. Hard hit off the corner to Polar, to the net. And just like that, the Shorts Polar combination is at it again. The deadly duo strike. And Los Verdes are down once again. Less than 30 seconds in. The Rebellion are up 1-0 in game two. Oh, can they be going 2 up? No, what a save by Richter. Quick reaction right there to deny Gogan a kickoff goal. They're all sporting the latest Shopify Rebellion decal, which I must say looks pretty nice and funky. Though in my opinion, it would look better if it was like anodized or pearlescent, so that we can get even more cool effects off of this cosmic style that they've put into the decal. Trigger trying to play it out to Richter. I like that Los Verdes is trying to play these kind of passes and combinations. Trigger then trying to get back, but Gogan challenges him and takes the ball away from his possession. Guy with 0 boost gets bumped away by Richter. Little rough on the Los Verdes side. Rebellion, though, regain their composure and get back into it on the opposite end. No final touch from Gogan. Shorts just trying to go in there, crash the board. And Trigger takes it to the opposite end. Polar with a comfortable save away towards the midfield. Double commit yet again. This might be the chance for Los Verdes off the backboard. But what a nice touch by Shorts. Reading that situation well, getting the ball out to the opposite end. Polar and Shorts combining yet again. Gogan right in the middle, trying to set himself up for a clean shot. Does not get the angle that he wants. Tries to center it instead. And now Los Verdes are going into the opposite end. And Blue Sky gets the equalizer for the Austin boys. What a counter. What a pass. And what a finish. And Los Verdes have equalized against second place Rebellion. We're tied 1 apiece. Might this inspire Los Verdes to go for the win? Will they be playing with way more confidence now? We shall see. What's really difficult for them is the Rebellion are so good at bringing the ball forward. It takes 1 or 2 touches for them to get the ball into the opposite end. And then Los Verdes need to sit back and hold on tight. But they have got this counter-attacking approach set up well. They just need to make sure that Gogan and Co don't get those finishes in when they start getting those passes through. Polar soft touch, trying to go for a doozy, and Shorts. It had to be Shorts, lurking right there in the middle. Gets the second for the Rebellion. Polar trying to do it on his own. Shorts takes the ball away from him, bounces it off the crossbar, and then back to his car into the net. The Rebellion didn't take too long to get back into the lead. They are back up 2-1. And straight after kickoff, there you go. They're up 3-1 now. Once the Rebellion up the pace, Los Verdes have no answer. Richter caught off guard. Blue Skies also caught off guard. Richter just not ready for the bounce. Got stuck in the middle. Sky tried to jump up, trying his best to get to the ball, but just couldn't get there. And Polar had an easy shot. Nice center there by Trigger. Sky kind of faking it, but he lets go of the ball at a bad spot. And with the net open, Gogan gets his goal in this game too. And now the Rebellion are up 4-1. Well, that little moment when the teams were tied was good while it lasted, but it didn't really last for too long. It is a sign of what's to come from this Los Verdes team, though. Like, yeah, they're still struggling. They're still trying to, settle in, but they have something. Trigger has been very, very good with his passing, especially. Defensively solid as well. But when this Rebellion team ups the pace, these guys have absolutely no answer. Trigger doing a good job of clearing it off, but he plays it right to Gogan, who is lurking there. Sky just out of position, not able to react. Gogan gets his second. The Rebellion get their 5th. And with 96 seconds remaining, the Rebellion are up 5-1. Trigger! Oh my goodness, I didn't think that was going to go in that easily. I think there was a bit of curve at the end there. Off of Trigger's shot. Let us see in this replay. Yeah, there was a little curve. Polar was just not ready for it. Side rolls instead of dodging forward. And Los Verdes get their second. It's now 5-2 to the Rebellion. A lot of time for Gogan to set up for a shot. She lets off. Sky saves it and clears it away. Trigger now playing it loose towards Richter. I like that pass once again. But after the second touch, no one from Los Verdes really is there to keep it going. So then the Rebellion just takes over. Gogan trying to go for a shot. Richter and Sky trying to go for the same ball. Richter finally gets it cleared. Does not get the corner boost though, so that might be boost starved in a bit. Shorts try to take over. Gogan, open net. Trigger needs to do his best to get it away, and he does just enough. As we enter the final minute, the Rebellion are really cranking up the pressure, just keeping the ball in the orange half until now. But it's going to come back real soon. Shorts bounces it off the side wall towards Gogan, who gets beaten by Trigger. But like that, Polar is at it instantly. Nice setup there, though. Richter and Sky cross wires. Trigger's all alone at the back. Gogan at the corner misses that ball. The ball is loose. Somebody hit the ball. Finally, Sky clears it to the other end. Oh, what a big setup. Trigger for the shot. Gogan with a nice save. Ooh, I thought Shorts was going to get that into the back of the net, but he probably got thrown off by Sky's touch attempt right there. Not that it really matters. The Rebellion win game 2, 5-2, and they have set themselves up for match point. That was much, much better, though, from Los Verdes. Unfortunately for that, this Rebellion team can really crank it up when they need to. They went from first gear to second gear, and then they hit a third gear for a bit when Los Verdes was getting back into the game. That's when we started to see them get way too good for this Los Verdes side. I don't think we'll be seeing any subs, chat, so we will be seeing the same trio lineup for both teams in Game 3. Which will kick off in about 10 seconds. Or 10 plus seconds, rather. So how y'all doing this fine Sunday night? Been trying to keep an eye on the NFL as well. After the soccer matches earlier on, we had a bunch of bangers in the German Bundesliga. You can catch some of the goals. Definitely do so online on Reddit and other social media channels. But here we go. Game 3 kicks off now between Los Verdes and the Rebellion. Here it is. Match point for the Rebellion. Will they get yet another sweep? Or will Los Verdes finally get their first win? Not with a start like this, though. Polar once again getting the first goal for the game and for the Rebellion. Trying to go for a flip reset. Doesn't get under the ball. Taps it towards the middle. The other two, Shorts and Gogan, diving for the ball. Don't get a hit. Throw everyone else from Los Verdes off guard. And once again, the Rebellion take the lead straight after kickoff. Jacob misses it off the side wall, gives Shorts a chance to clear it out. Now, Sky's all by himself. That is a bad miss. The net is open. Polar gets it over Trigger, who arrives at the last second. His presence does nothing to throw Polar off. Once again, it's the Shorts Polar duo destroying the opposition. Polar gets his second already. We haven't even played 30 seconds. The Rebellion are already up 2-0 in Game 3. And now we're starting to see Los Verdes get a little bit desperate, really start to push up and get way more aggressive, but that leaves them way too open at the back. 9 seconds after kickoff, Shorts scores courtesy of Polar setup. Shorts gets his first, the Rebellion get their third. We've only played 36 seconds and the Rebellion are up 3-0. Trigger trying to get a touch yet again off the wall, but just misses. Finally floats down with 0 boost. Sky sitting back as the third, having to do it all. Now Trigger gets enough boost, trying to get into position, starting to rotate. But by then, the Rebellion just get themselves going. Big touch by Polar into the opposite edge. Shorts gonna be patient, gonna bring it up to the wall. Get a little bounce off. Polar misses. Gogan with the cleanup off of the far post. And an interesting goal right there. I think that is a pull shot goal by the Rebellion. Shorts bumping Trigger into the ball, and he puts the ball to the back of the net. Doesn't matter how they get their goals, the Rebellion will get their goals, whether it's via a pass, solo effort, a cleanup after a miss, or a pull shot, as you just saw right there. What's up, Devin? Good to see you in chat. Yeah, that is mean for sure. I mean, the Rebellion have just been mean throughout this match. it feels like Los Verdes felt a little bit more confident after that game too, but now they're overextending. They're running out of boost. They're stuck in front of the net. They're finally bringing it out though, but once again, no boost. Richter chasing after the ball as well. It is absolute chaos. And now Sky is left alone against Polar. Trying to flick it over him into the near post. Misses. And now Trigger sets us up with a potential Los Verdes goal, maybe? No, he doesn't really get the final touch. And every single Los Verdes player is up. They're struggling to get back. Short shot towards the back of the net. No surprises right there, chat. Absolutely no surprise. Shorts gets his second. The Rebellion get their fifth. With how much time is remaining, this might look really bad for the Austin boys. Once again, try as they might, Los Verdes are just really struggling to impose themselves in this game. Richter having to reverse, just completely out of position. Not back there yet. Sky, though, gets back into the net. Good setup right there by Polar to Shorts. And it is that combination yet again. Shorts gets his hat trick just after Polar did. The Rebellion are up 6-0. A Dynfo chat. New rule for Rebellion. No more normie goals. I think they're trying to score non-normie goals, but I think they also want to, you know, start padding their stats, get their numbers to look good, and be in line to get the Golden Boot, Goal Playmaker Award, as well as the MVP for Season 10. Flip reset time. Polar gets it off target. That is a nice flip reset, though. Shorts gets yet another, his fourth. Polar with yet another assist. Trigger going for the save attempt. Sky as well. Sky out of the goal. High placement. No one's going to get to that from Los Verdes. 7-0. Yeah, no, I'm aware. I got you, Adifo. I'm just saying, I think they're trying to clip as well, as you saw from Polar right there. So they took your advice way before you even said it. And we were gonna get a 7-1, but Goga denies us that opportunity. Good save right there off of a powerful Los Verdes shot. Ball to the midfield, to Shorts. Sorry, from Shorts to Polar, but Gogan gets it, gets involved in the goals. He saw way too many goals scored by his teammates. He wanted to go back there and get some goals in this game 3. Gets his first. The Rebellion have denied us a Brazil, and they're now up 8-0. Cross attempt right there from Shorts. No one there to meet it. And I think all of the Rebellion, well, except for Gogan, well, now they're all in the blue half. Shorts and Polar just causing so much havoc. Gogan there trying to clean it up, and he gets his second. He is now in line for his hat trick. 9-0 with 75 seconds to go. Might we see a double-digit gap right here? All we can hope for is if Los Verdes can get one goal, because it would be an absolute shame if they get out of this game without a single goal. We already saw 2 from them in game 2, which was not bad, but then they got a dose of reality in this game 3. You know, like they feel like they're starting to dream, and you know, like when you're sleeping, you start to dream. That's the feeling they had, and then they see their 10th goal conceded right here, and then the dream suddenly turns into a nightmare. They snap back into reality. Gravity goes away. They start falling down, plummeting to their end. And the Rebellion are now up 10-0. We're going to pause the game real quick, because it seems like Trigger got disconnected. So bear with me for a sec as we make sure that that's sorted out. And here we go. Fortunately, didn't need to play through that disconnect moment. He is back. 10-0 though. Oh my goodness. And it's not over yet. No, not a lobby disconnect, Debit. We had that. I was so annoyed that we got a lobby, like a server disconnect in game 1. That was so stupid. Fortunately, it's just triggered getting a connection issue, but he is back. We're good to go. Hopefully we can see off this game 3 right here very soon. Shorts with an awkward clearance. Open net for Sky, and he misses as well. Ooh, that's not good. But might they get a second chance right here? Trigger to the middle. Gogan keeping it out. Blue Sky's trying to follow up. Doesn't get a clean touch. And chat. We know that this was going to be a sweep. What matters is, will the Rebellion get their 11th? They won't. Doesn't matter though. The Rebellion see off Los Verdes with a sweep. The Rebellion go to the top of the table. Los Verdes are still searching for their first game win. I mean, there's not really much else to say. The numbers speak for themselves. You know, no better epitomized than the 69 touches from IT Polar. And that is a nice performance from him, for sure. Yeah, I mean, chat, if you stuck around for this matchup, I really appreciate it. I mean, there's not much else to say other than, yeah, no surprises right here. The Difo, 69 is better than 6-7. Yeah, I'd agree with that. At least 69 has a meaning to it. 6-7 has nothing. We will have an interview very soon, though, so just stick around whilst we get that set up. Polar, GG's, bro. I didn't think you were going to play all 3 games. Then again, I thought Rebellion would have their full squad right there. Was it just you, Shorts, and Gogan? Is that it? All right, we have our interview ready. Chat, welcome on in. Trigger of Los Verdes. Trigger. I'm surprised you even wanted to be interviewed after that devastating sweep. Really, yeah, I don't know how to get this started other than how much hope did you guys have in that game too? Because I was stoked when y'all got the equalizer.
Yeah, not much. I mean, we're gonna show up to play and score goals as much as possible. But obviously, like the Rebellion, they're such a good team, and then you know we're missing our best players. So I was just like, guys, let's just go out there, have fun, see if we can score some goals. And we scored some goals, you know, against probably the best team in the league. So I'm happy with that.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? 2 goals in game 2. That was pretty decent. You guys stepped up for sure. So what happened in game 3 then? Because it seems like you guys lost that control completely.
I don't know. I gotta give credit to the Rebellion. I think they kind of figured something out on us. And yeah, there's not much we could do to deal with them. That's just kind of where we are right now. So I'll give the credit to the Rebellion for that game 3 and just kind of land the hammer down in that game. They did a great job.
Yep, absolutely. I'm not going to keep that line of questioning going. I think we've all seen the match. You guys have been through it. So let's just move on. Focus more on your team and, your whole season. So you said that you didn't have your best player in. Availability has been a bit of an issue for your team, has it not?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's been really hard. We lost a player earlier this year. That player never showed up anyways, but still, yeah, it's just been kind of difficult. We're trying our best. We got a new player coming in, just waiting on the registration window to open up, and then hopefully we'll have a little bit better availability. But yeah, that's kind of been a struggle this year for sure.
Yeah, fair. Have you been trying to reach out to those players to see if they're still interested in playing and getting involved? I mean, outside of the one who left the server, that is.
Oh yeah. I mean, I send everybody messages, see, kind of what their availability is, if they're, still trying to play with us, and everybody's, still, really like dedicated to the team, but it's just a lot of the times the schedules just don't line up very well for us. I think we're like super unlucky with just our schedules at this point, so that's kind of unfortunate. But yeah, it's we kind of started over this season, with like the team split, and so we're in a rebuild phase is how I'll put it. And so we'll see what we can do. Maybe in this next registration window, if we can get some more players in, then we'll just continue to try to build from there.
Yeah, absolutely. You said you brought in one already. I think I know who it is, given what I've seen in the server so far. Um, are you looking to bring anyone else in? How's that search been going for some more new players?
Yeah, not too good, I definitely think I might try to do some more recruiting right here when the window opens. But yeah, we have Optimate coming in. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to get Optimate on the field with us, and see how he plays with the team. But so yeah, I'm excited for that. And then yeah, we'll definitely be looking to try to add some more players here soon.
Yeah, fair. Absolutely. Yeah, Optimat, I see you in the chat, man. Can't wait to see you getting involved this season. Heck yeah.
Optimate, my boy, let's go.
I think he stayed in and watched this whole match as well, so yeah, you're coming into a team that's in a tough league, that's for sure. But
Yeah.
do you ever get these moments where your whole team just starts to feel dispirited just because of how the season's going so far?
Surprisingly, no. Yeah, we're all like we're all good buddies. So we have a lot of fun, even though we haven't gotten our first win. But pretty much every game that we come into, we're like, okay, like let's get the first win. We're gonna get the first win, and then even if we don't, it's no sweat off our back. We're here having a good time, and just looking to find whatever success we can. I think we'll be happy with that for now. So no, yeah, well, none of us are really in any bad spirits. We don't ever really feel bad. I think I personally kind of felt bad this match just because I had so many missed opportunities. But that's just kind of the nature of the game. But no, yeah, we're all excited for the rest of the season still. None of us are in a bad mood just because we're at the bottom of the table or whatever. It's all good.
So I like to hear. Now, with that said, I mean, talking about the game, Rocket League, that disconnect was very disappointing to see in game one. I mean, it just kills the flow, doesn't it?
Yeah, especially there in game three, like that really sucked. I think we got that disconnect right as like on my screen, like I made the save, and then I load back in and I see 10 points on on the scoreboard, and we're just like, oh man, we can't let them score double digits on us. Like we can't go out bad like that. And then there's a disconnect, and all of a sudden there's 10 points on the board. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Rocket League, get it together, cause y'all making me look bad. You're making Los Verdes look bad. I'm gonna put the blame on Rocket League for that.
Like, we were talking about this in chat as well, about how Rocket League's, a true esport, but it's just sad to see how, it's in this state right now. Because really, there's no other video game like this. Not even like a Counter-Strike 2 or a League of Legends. Like this is a proper esport, you know?
Yeah, it's going downhill. But that's, you know, they're just money hungry. They're probably cutting all the budget servers or something to try to save some money, and it's just killing all the players' games. Yeah, it's terrible.
Here's hoping they can bounce back. With that said, I have no more questions, so the floor is yours. Say whatever you want to say. Give your shout outs. Go ahead.
Yo, shout out to Sky. Shout out Richter. Those are my boys. I'm super proud of them. Shout out Optimate. We're getting Optimate in here soon, and we will be getting our first win of the season. It's coming as soon as Optimate steps on the field. So yeah, that's all I got. Thank you very much, Maz.
Hey, thank you for the interview as well. You know, I was not expecting you to come on in, but I'm glad you did. You know,
Gotta represent.
absolutely.
We're always gonna represent.
That's what I like about you guys. You guys represent. That's what matters.
Yes, sir. All right, Maz.
Enjoy
Have
the
a
rest
good
of your
one.
night.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hey, all good. Take care. Catch you next time.